Hi guys, this is June because it's Brownie in June. Welcome to my amazing life today. So today we are going to explore. This is things that I learned from Gerry Robert. So I actually attended his class about how to write your book, and that's why I want to share like quick tips with you guys. Oh my god, his class is like super awesome. So if let's say you guys haven't really joined it, I'll actually share the link like tomorrow because I forgot the link. So I'll just get from Gerry. Alright, so these are the tips that Gerry shared with us like in the morning of the class. So I want to share with you guys, if let's say you guys have been procrastinating or do not know how to write your own book, this is definitely a video you should watch. Okay, so first you must have a clarity of what kind of a problem that you're trying to help to solve. However, a lot of times that we are thinking that writing a book should be very niche down, but in opposites, only I realized that Gerry taught us that writing a book should be on a general basis. But then why? Because when you write the book, whether you are publishing to Amazon or any other platforms, you want to have your books to be able to reach as many public as possible. That's number one. And then secondly, you want to let your book to be able to like keep on selling even for like 20 years later on. Just think about that. Think and grow rich. Like even up until today, it feels like so evergreen, right? So when you're trying to write a book, you want it to be stay forever. The concept will be staying forever. That's why going into too niche and only at a particular point of time, the hot topic of a point of time, it will be like not so it's like not at a good advantage of your side, right? So that's the main key which I learned, like, oh my god, that's really real. I want my book to be able to stay relevant for the next 20 years. That's why I want to go wide, right? So but then what are the advantages of you having a book, having to write a book? Okay, firstly, you build an authority when you write a book. So like, just imagine this. If let's say on one day before, like maybe 1 week or even a few days before that, you meet your potential client, either for your coaching business or either for your service provider, right? You hand them a physical book, or it can be like an ebook. You hand them, it's for free. You tell them, hey, just have a read. This is our top 7 marketing hacks that actually can help you to supercharge your business. Like when you put your name as an author and then you write a book, it put you in a very different position. People will actually chase you to pay you the money for whatever consulting or coaching service that you're having, right? Not like you, instead of you right now, you're trying to pitch here and pitch there. But writing a book is actually build up your authority. You are an author of an awesome book. That's the reason why you should start. So after having a clarity on and go wide, so the second advice that Gerry actually mentioned is that if let's say you just do not know how to write it, why not go for reporter style? Like meaning interview like maybe the top 10 millionaires. It doesn't have to be top 10 millionaires. I'm just giving an example, right? So it can be like a top 5 industry leaders, whatever their business experience are, just to interview them. So mostly all over our Facebook, we usually see a Facebook live interview, right? Why not actually repurpose them into a written content, and then that book will become like a top 5 habits of like maybe famous athletes, and then you just share the top 5 habits, because when you're doing the interview, along the way you can actually know the hot secrets of all these like amazing people. Does it make sense? So the third tip, you need to follow a formula, a structure, and a system to follow through. Like this is so important because a lot of times we are writing a book based on what we feel about, right? Maybe we like to have a free flow kind of mindset. Whatever flow in, I will just write it. But this is not the right way, because whenever you're writing a book, you're trying to solve a particular problem for the mass market, right? So the first thing you should actually do is actually prepare a table of contents, because in the table of contents, this is how Gerry taught us to prepare it. So firstly, you need to list down like a particular main topic as related to this topic. Like for example, let's say my book, I want to talk about how to close deal faster, right? So probably the one of topic I would talk about would be what is the mindset and psychology in deal closing. I will also want to cover about handling objection, and also how to actually solicit like dream clients that will actually pay for my service, and then how to do follow-ups. So these are the topics. All you need to do is just to list down a list of the topics that we're going to cover, and then adding subtopics into it, right? So after adding subtopics into it, start to turn this topic into questions. So just now I was saying that mindset, right? So the question you will turn into, what is the mindset and psychological behind a sales closing? Second question, how you can do follow-up so efficiently that your client will chase for you. Third, how you can handle objection like a pro, right? How to build an authority in your niche, right? So when you list out all these questions, it becomes so easy and so clear. So what you need to do right now is just to arrange the sequences of this topic to make it like a very easy read kind of manner. It will make sense, right? So once you have those questions right now, it's the simple thing. All you need to do is just to spend force yourself, spend like maybe 15 minutes to 20 minutes per day just to start answering one question by one question. Okay, I really love this quote by Gerry like this morning, right? He said, first lousy edition is better than no edition at all. So many of us are trying to look for perfections. We think that we need to have the best grammar, we need to have the best graphic, we need to have the best title, we need to have the best knowledge in order to start writing a book. But this is wrong. So what you need to do to write a book is just to get started, right? Get started with the first edition, right? And then improve from the first edition to second edition and the third edition. That is the reason why there are so many bestsellers out there that they actually have so many different editions. So that's the reason, right? So that's why if let's say you have been thinking about, oh my God, how to start writing a book. So these 4 tips is going to help you really a lot. Like, let me just do a summary for you guys, right? First, you must have a clarity of what kind of a problem that you want to solve, right? And then just to go wide, do not go too niche, because you want your book to be evergreen. Like, even after 20 years later, I pick up the book, I still find it very relevant to what I want to do. And then secondly, if let's say you do not know how to write a book, you can do like a reporter style, like do an interview. And then thirdly, you need to follow a set of formula and structures and a system. And Gerry Robert is really, really amazing at it. And his course is like free, like freaking 5 days for free. So if let's say you guys are interested, feel free to PM me. I'm so happy to connect to Gerry about it so that he can actually share you guys the link, and it's free. Okay. And also, the fourth one is actually when you're able to transform everything in questions from a statement, transform into questions. All you need to do right now is just by answering the question and force yourself, you can actually come up with a book in 40 hours. So what I've been doing like these 2 days, I've been like, oh my God, so massively busy because I've been busy following Gerry's method, right? And then I'm starting answering all the questions one by one so that I can come up with my second book. Alright, so that's all with what I want to share. And of course, if let's say you guys want to transform and get more, transform a social media platform to get even more sales and more clients for your business, feel free to actually check out my book. It's called Client Magnet Machine Blueprint. I'm going to teach you how you can actually transform a social media to get to all the unlimited leads. And of course, I'm going to give you the takeaway with the free bonuses I'm giving. I'm giving like a LinkedIn strategy to close deal faster, storytelling strategy to close it faster, as well as how to kickstart your organic marketing so that your clients will basically run and chase for you to pay you the money. Okay, so that's all I'm sharing today. Feel free to also join my group. My group is called AMazingStory.co. And thanks so much for joining JuneLow, Malik Tahil, as well as I think Benjamin Chi. I just saw Benjamin Chi. Thanks so much for staying with me, and I look forward to see you guys tomorrow then.